What was your name again? You're in a musical. You're in Rent. You are.
Did you say he's in a musical?
What's your name, though? I forgot. Patrick. He's
Patrick,
in Rent.
come to the microphone.
You should go
Tell us
see
about
him.
your musical.
He's awesome.
Patrick! Can we get the crowd mic up for Patrick to tell us about his musical? No, you are not getting on this stage. Patrick!
Yeah, I'll just get through it.
Hello!
Damn it, Nick.
Is it off at the switch? Like, can you see this? Is the switch on?
Greg?
Yeah.
I have to go to the bathroom.
You have to go to the bathroom already.
I have to pee already, guys.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Try now. Hello?
Forgive
here
me.
we go.
Go pee. Patrick's going to tell us all about it.
Wait, I'm peeing or Nick's peeing?
Nick's peeing. You don't have to pee.
So,
of course.
yeah,
It wouldn't be the GameOverGreggy show if Nick didn't have to pee all of a sudden.
Thank you, Tim. Good luck. It took me about 10 minutes earlier.
There's got to be a dark corner back there that you could pee in, though, Nick.
So my name is Patrick. Hello, friends.
Hi, Patrick.
I live about 10 minutes north. But yeah, this summer, which I guess is now, I'm in a show at Actors Express, if anybody knows where that is.
Round of applause if we know Actors Express. Thank you, Patrick's friend.
Some people like theater. Support professional local theater. But yeah, so the musical's called Rent, and I'm in it. I'm playing Mark, if anybody knows what that means.
Rent is awesome. I love Rent.
Say again?
I love Rent.
Oh, well, awesome.
Yeah,
Guys,
great
come back.
soundtrack.
It opens July 10th.
Fantastic.
I'll lead you and you pick it up, all right?
All right.
521,600
minutes. That's not how my voice really sounds. I actually have an okay voice.
Give us some. We're waiting on Nick to finish peeing. Get us a copyright strike.
Copyright strike. Let's see. How about give me a song, or do you want me to just
520.
Ooh. Gotta warm up my voice.
Yo, I understand.
Okay.
What's your Twitter before you go, so people can tweet at you pictures of this accomplishment?
Say one more time.
What's your Twitter?
My Twitter, at Patrick Schwag. So the name Patrick, how it's spelled with a C and a K. SCHWAG. My last name is Schweigert. It's a shortened form of that.
It's also drugs. Did you know it's drugs?
That was my next point.
Shitty weed, yeah.
That was my next point. My name is not after shitty weed, it's after my last name. So yeah, I'm singing now.
Yep. And then everybody go see him this summer in Rent.
525,000. See, this is awkward, isn't it?
No, it's good. It's really good.
I think it's fantastic.
Well, thank you. This is weird.
What can I do to make you comfortable?
Can you sing the thong
I'm
song?
comfortable.
Okay.
It's weird isn't uncomfortable for me. It's just weird.
How do you measure a year in springtime, in drum drops and
raindrops and Greg's titties.
Yeah!
What was that? Yeah?
It's a weird song.
There's
It's a
two.
weird
It
song.
must be a year.
It is a weird song.
It's a weird song. How do you measure a year? You measure a year
in
days.
In days.
Yeah.
365, not minutes.
Someone should just come on like 20 seconds into this song and be like, guys, stop.
Guys,
Just
we,
stop it.
We handled this a while ago.
In my opinion, it's like the weakest number of the show too. Because I don't know.
It's the one I remember though the most.
It is.
One of my sisters claims to fame that she likes to tell everyone is she saw the original Rent on Broadway in like the early '90s, and I used to listen to that fucking soundtrack all the time in her car.
It's good music.
But that's the music. It is good music, but it's like resonates through time and space into my head still, so many years later. Jesus, but that's the song I remember the most. I like that song a lot.
It's a good song.
Now sing something from
Cats.
Cats.
Will sing it.
I don't know Cats. Cats is shitty. Cats is really shitty. It's like people that don't watch or that like aren't around theater a lot think that it's great. I'm sorry. It's like one of the worst shows ever written. I love you to death, but that's like one of the worst
What is
shows.
it about?
Sing something from
No one
Spider-Man,
fucking
Turn on the
knows.
Dark.
If you... So what was that?
Spider-Man, Turn on the Dark.
See that? I don't know any music.
Okay, or just the 90s Spider-Man theme song.
Shit. How does that go?
See,
X-Men I could do all day.
Okay.
There aren't any words, though.
No, he said he could do X-Men all day. He knows it's X-Men.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, sorry.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, radioactive Spider.
Hey, Nick, how was your pee?
It was good. What the hell's going on?
Impromptu musical.
All right.
We're talking about my life.
All right, now we're going to settle in for the show.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody,
Go
round
support
of
him.
applause for Patrick. Go see him in Rent.
We open July 10th. Actors Express. Add me on Twitter, Patrick Schwag.
Not drugs.
Named after shitty weed.
After shitty weed. Thank you. And I will be back to the mic Soon.
Oh, a taste of
Wink.
what's to come. Yeah, look up a cat song and sing it when you get here. That's how it starts for you. All right, we're all ready now. We're all set. We're all settled in.
I thought you were being like a priest at church.
No, I'm trying to see if I can telescope it out.
You know what I'm talking? We grew up Catholic. So
Yeah.
And they do it, and you're like, Jesus.
You're like, God, why has it got my eye?
Like, right?
Yeah.
It always gets
And
me.
then,
Exactly,
and then
Jesus
they put
Christ.
the Eucharist in your mouth, and you just go like this. And look the priest right in his eye. He like.
All right, go to the video feed. We're going to start the show like we normally do. Just go to the black screen for right now. There we go. Bring up the audio. Here we go.
You're supposed to say amen.
Yeah. Thank you. He's like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Hi, Greg.
It's weird that we're not around the table.
Yeah, no, I
So
know.
now it's all messed
You guys
up.
let everyone vote, and so they voted me here.
Yeah.
Which is actually great because now Tim can get all of your ire.
No, Tim's not. No, me and
I'm
Tim.
excited for it.
No, you don't understand. See, you think you're excited for it now, but then you slowly get sucked into his anger like he's a fucking black hole, like a singularity over there, and you can't escape
gravity.
from it. It's gravity.
I'm
is
obsessed with
everything.
talking about space lately.
Because you finally watched Interstellar, and I'm like, I have someone smart to talk to about this. No, I mean I had other people smart to talk to about it, but I was stoked
Before
on
it was
hearing
just your dumb
opinion of it.
wife.
And then Greg, watches
Seats
it.
aren't helping you, Nick.
No, I know. It doesn't matter.
Here's
Anyway.
how it is. Nick Scarpino was once dirt, and I brought him up to be a fine Deku tree, and he's gonna yell at me now. Turn on me.
That's revisionist history right there. True story. I remember meeting a young Greg Miller. He was very loud, but all he would do is write for a website. And I remember him expressly saying, I'll never not write for the PlayStation channel and review games. I love this. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
I'm still doing it.
And then we put you on video, and you found your true calling.
That's true. I assume my final form.
You're like a Dragon Zord or a Shard Zard or
A Dragon Zord or a
No, Tim, it
Charizard.
starts with a. Which one's it starts Needle Zard and then it goes to Mega Ninja Zard.
Needle
and then it
Zard
goes
and
to
Mega
Hardcore
Needle
Needle Zard.
Heart, wow.
Over there, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Hello, good to see you all. Be here in the South with you, Greg.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Southern accent that we've.
Oh, we have a new character to
Yeah.
debut, everybody. Yeah. The Pardon Our Progress lady.
Yeah, pardon our progress.
Oh, sugar, don't worry about that now. Them Atlanta Falcons going to have a fine stadium soon enough. Them Falcons, they're migratory birds. Don't worry about it, baby.
The Falcons will land.
Pardon our progress while we
The
just
Falcons will land.
we spiffy up a few things
We were
here in
walking by
Atlanta. Don't worry about
we
it.
were walking by the new stadium the other day, and then we pretended like this old Southern lady was building it, and it was fun. So thank you for that.
I think they need a
Atlanta.
little bit more context than that. It's because
Nope,
the
that's
sign.
it. And over here, the pure one, Tim Gettys.
Hello. So I have an important question. Does anyone have a bottle opener? Because I don't.
Does anyone have a lighter?
Can,
do that
can
too.
you come up here?
If you didn't know,
open
ladies
my
and
Coke?
gentlemen, we are, if you're listening to the MP3 and we sound echoey, we are recording live at Momocon 2015 in Atlanta, Georgia. Give yourself a round of applause. Remember, audience,
Thank you, Spencer.
Thanks,
you
Spencer.
are best friends. You're a critical part of this show. You need to cheer, you need to boo, you need to clap. Don't raise your hands. At some point in the show, Nick's going to tell you that
Show
you
of
should raise.
hands, how many
Don't
people
do
understood
it.
that?
Don't fall for Nick. You're all
Thanks,
falling
guys.
for Nick.
Great.
You're all falling for Nick. Sean Pitts is falling for Nick hard.
It's
Now,
easy to fall for him.
you have a Coke.
He's a beautiful man. I do have a Coke.
It's in a little
very
bottle.
It's a very little bottle.
That's
special.
That's quaint.
It's from the world of Coke.
You were pretty stoked when you found out our hotel was
was.
right by the World of Coke.
Yeah, so, my entire life I've been a big fan of Coca-Cola. And it is one of the most divine substances known to man. And I heard that in this beautiful state there was the world of Coke. And when I heard we were coming here, I was like, guys, we got to go. I'm going to look into it. And I Google mapped it from our hotel. And I'm like, it's 2 minutes away. And I started freaking the hell out. So I was really excited about it. We had this whole plan. Then me and Nick yesterday.
Right.
Was it yesterday? It
was yesterday.
Everything's blended.
Yeah, it's been a long
We're like,
day.
we're finally going to go. We're going to do this. Did it live up to expectations?
Well, you should take a step back real quick because we went with the venerable Sean Pitts and Carson over there, and both those guys were so fun. Carson can't.
One clap for Carson.
One clap. Carson. I asked him very nicely to map us to the world of Coke, and it took us 45 minutes to walk there and 3 minutes to walk back.
Yeah, okay. To be fair, though, he mapped it when we had already led him astray.
That's true.
Around the thing that looked like a park that was not a park on
We were
Google
just
Maps.
heading toward the Chick-fil-A, which there is one on every corner. It's like Starbucks in this town.
awesome.
It's amazing.
Wasn't an issue. Wasn't an issue at all. Also, Chick-fil-A being closed today.
That's
Come on,
their
guys.
thing.
The one in
man.
the airport's open.
I don't like their thing. They need to change their thing. Anyways, World of Coke. I was really excited for it. It was cool. It was an experience. It was like Disneyland, but for Coca-Cola, which obviously I was really into. Everyone told me there's this tasting room at the end. And I'm like, this sounds like the best thing I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah, this
Then
is
I get
true.
in there and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not drinking different flavors of Coke. Different flavors of Fanta and all this bullshit that no one wants. It's like Coke products. This isn't the world of Coke products.
I had
It's the world
something.
of Coke.
I ingested something from Peru that I'm not sure has gone out of my system yet.
What was his name?
Inca Cola. It's actually
Wow.
one of Kevin's favorite things.
Greg, I think I'm rubbing off on you a little bit too much.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
All right.
But that was an Scarpino special right there.
Colin, you didn't go to World of Coke. What did you do?
I played The Witcher all day in the hotel room yesterday. Now here's the thing. I traveled with my PS4, and then we got here Wednesday night. I hooked it up Thursday morning, and then I realized these bullshit TVs in the hotel have the LodgeNet remote controls that make it like totally ridiculous, and you can't plug in your HDMI cables and stuff. So then I went online, and there's all these like conspiracy theories of what's going on, all these fucked up things you can do to get it to work, and then you just figured it out. Like it's just buried deep in the like.
I sat down with the real remote, the remote control that came with the television, the remote control LodgeNet TV, and hit the function button and found it.
But you had to like hit the function button 4 times, and then hit the OK button, and then go over to this thing or whatever. Like
Right.
it wasn't clear. There's no
No,
input.
it wasn't clear.
There's no input
It's very
button.
unclear. We called the front desk. They didn't know how to do it.
But I just sat
They
there.
said it was impossible at one point, and I was like, the fuck it is. And hung up, and I'm playing The Witcher, goddammit. And I played The Witcher for 2 hours. And now it's like, it was one of our, well, you played it a lot. You made use of it, but I've been lugging my goddamn PlayStation 4 around like an idiot. I played for 2 hours.
It makes me. It's like having cable TV. I never really watch it. I just like to know it's there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
We would have felt like idiots if like yesterday we had all this time. We're like, we could have been playing The Witcher.
yeah, in San Francisco we pay like $200 for our cable, and I never even watch it. But I'm like, it's there, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because at least I know that I can watch HD TV if I want to or something like that. But I don't know. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about, to be perfectly honest with you. It's good to see you though.
It's good to see you. I love you very much.
I love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion
You guys
for your
can't get it
amusement.
either. It's because he changes the timing every time on it.
What do you mean, this table? It's very simple. That's the timing.
We never do
Tim's
it.
over here doing.
And
He's
I
like
fucking nailed
Octodad.
it.
I don't know what he's doing.
I nailed it though. I've never missed it except for that one time when you were completely off. When you're on rhythm, I'm on point. I can't dance, I can't play basketball, but I can hit tables when you give me the rhythm.
I'm looking for a high five.
Oh.
This is a compliment.
I thought you were gonna hit me.
No. We bring random topics of conversation, talk it out for your amusement. YouTube.com/kindafunny or Patreon.com/kindafunny. Here's what we're going to start with talking about. Because obviously the best friends are in the room. They'll come to the microphone. We'll talk to you, and that's how the live shows usually work. But I want to talk about the fact that I think if we were ever to be sold in 2-packs, if we make action figures, the 2-pack would be obviously Colin and Greg, Nick and Tim. But what I liked about this trip is that we shattered that, and so we had to get 2 rooms. So it was Greg and Tim, who have roomed together on multiple thousands of trips, and then Colin and Nick.
Yes.
The thing about it is, I'm old, Colin is old, Nick is really old. But Nick on these trips, he throws cautions when he acts like a young man. So like, I would come home and go to bed, Tim would stay out till 4:30 in the morning, doing God only knows what.
Getting nasty.
Your girlfriend watches the show, doesn't she?
I was on the phone with her getting nasty.
But Colin and Nick would go into their room, their cocoon, their hibernation chamber, and then they would just talk. Like they were having a sleepover till 4:30 in the morning. That is like my favorite part about this trip, I think, is that Tim would just hear them giggling through the wall like a bunch of schoolgirls.
Yeah, Nick and I have only roomed one other time in Anaheim
Yeah.
last year, when we really figured out that we probably wanted to do this actually, and this being this company, this monstrosity that we've built, and yeah, I feel, I was thinking about it, I feel like we actually stayed up probably a combined literally 7 or 8 hours over this trip and just talked. And I learned, the funny thing is I've known Nick longer than, like Nick and I as people like that have known each other, and any permutation of the 4 of us has actually gone the longest. Yet there's all these things that I don't know about Nick that I know now.
Mm-hmm.
Are they dirty? Are they disturbing?
Oh yeah, we had some interesting conversations, but
Yeah.
but it was nice, and I didn't realize like we were so deliriously tired. I think that we were just making each other laugh, and then we went to bed at like 4 a.m. last night. You know, it was, I don't know, it was just fun.
That's awesome.
He came in a couple nights ago, and I laid in his bed on as a joke, so that he thought I was in his bed waiting for him.
Yeah, and then he didn't. The crazy thing was he didn't get out. So we got real close that night. Real close.
Real close.
No, we were talking about all sorts of stuff, though. You know, about the business, about, you know, ex-girlfriends, about family, about, well, all sorts of interesting things.
Mostly ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
There was some Facebook stalking.
Isn't that the best?
There's a lot of Facebook
Oh,
stalking,
man.
actually.
I love ex-girlfriends.
Have you ever slipped up when you're doing the Facebook stalking and you like a photo or something, or you screwed up where there's now a trace that you were there?
You know, when I do that, I go in, I just like everything by default, so there's no slipping up. I know exactly what I'm doing. I want them to know that I was there.
Okay.
I
can
like that
respect
someone, one of our fans from the San Francisco area, I don't know if she wants to be named or whatever, she tweeted at you, and I don't know if you saw it, where you were on her Instagram and you just liked a bunch of her photos, and she
Yeah,
just took
she
a
just
screen
stalked her
cap of it and
bunch.
said, like, you know, you're a creeper or something like that. And I was like, yeah. I know I've never liked anything on Facebook ever. No.
I know.
I rate comments, a bunch of comments. But, you know, I just feel like it's just a drive-by liking is what I call it. And I just feel like,
There's
you know,
there's nothing wrong with the drive-by liking.
I want to let
just-
them know that I'm really thinking about
Yeah, that's the thing. For you, you are not a person that likes to just do things haphazardly. Like, you don't just randomly kind of throw something out there and then leave. You like to just dig in. You're like a tick, like a beautiful Italian tick. And you like to get under people's skin and figure out what makes them tick.
Yeah, definitely. Just like the tick does.
It's a lot of ticking.
Is that what the tick does? It gets under people's skin, thinks about what they want to know.
It's a
What
very
makes them tick?
complex animal.
Remember that time Rob Paulson was like, yeah, I was in the tick. I was Arthur. And I was like, what? And I nerded out about that. That was a fun episode you guys should watch.
So after this episode, go home and watch the Rob Paulson GameOverGreggy show. Everybody, you can start lining up here to grab the mic and talk to us and say some
If
different
you'd
things. While we do that, I want a show of hands. Who likes the movie The Boondock Saints? All right, you in the Pokemon shirt. Who is in The Boondock Saints? Norman Reedus was in The Boondock Saints.
He's
What I'm gonna
actually
give
been
you here,
underneath this
sir,
table the entire
It's
time.
something very important. This
This is
is
the
an
best.
autographed Boondock Saints poster. Now, thank you. It is not autographed by Norman Reedus. Instead, it is autographed by a quartet of girls who were dressed as Sailor Moon
The Sailor Scouts is what they are.
and who offered to give us this poster because they were just going to leave it at Chick-fil-A. So Colin and I procured this for you, made them sign it. You will see as you get to it. They said somebody randomly walked by and dropped posters on them.
Yeah, that was my question. That was my major question. I think they were confused because they were really young. I'm like, this movie came out 12 years ago. This is actually the sequel, though, this poster. But,
Oh, is it?
well, it says Boondock Saints 2 in the copyright. But this picture actually looks like from the original one. I'm a fan of the original one.
Yeah, just the text says the Boondock
Yeah.
Saints.
But down the bottom, it has like the 2009
Well, I mean, that's
thing.
the
But
thing.
anyway,
when you get
I
home-
was asking him, like, why is someone giving you a Boondock Saints? Like, this movie is irrelevant now. You know, like, no one even cares. I personally love it, but are they? Is that why it's there? And you'll see that this is like the worst, like it's like a photocopy of a photocopy.
What you're going to see is that someone took this off Google Images and blew it up to a poster size. And it was not meant for this. It's deteriorating down here.
It also was not meant to be signed by the Sailor Scouts.
And to be clear, the Sailor Scouts did not sign their real names. It is Sailor Venus,
Greg,
Sailor,
yes, they did.
Sailor Chibi Moon, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Moon.
Greg, this
Yeah.
morning when you were helping me carry gear all the way from where the convention hall to here,
Right.
and you were sweating and complaining about how heavy everything was, and that poster was like teetering on top of the camera case the entire time, causing you just untold amounts of anger and pain.
Yeah,
You did not tell me it was for this.
this was the payoff.
And you've been carrying that around with you for like 3 days.
Yeah. Just for this moment. It got the laugh I wanted, too, so it worked out. Come get
right.
this poster, sir.
Big hand for Glenn, everyone. Glenn.
Thank you. I'm glad you're honored. All right, now here comes some goddamn Cats musicals. What up, Patrick?
Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. See, it's like it's shitty music, right?
Wait, they're
Are you
Jellicle
singing
or
Cats?
Angelical?
Yeah, that was little.
Can you
cats
sing
right
anything from a chorus line?
there. From a chorus line?
God, I hope I get
no,
it.
not really.
I really
Sing Taylor
hope
Swift.
I get it.
Taylor,
Stop putting him on the spot. Jeez.
Hey,
I feel bad
I'm
for
an
you.
actor. I can be put on the spot.
I was going to say,
I don't know what that look was.
it was like you thought you had a pun.
Right, no, I
I'm an
didn't.
actor. I can be put on the spot.
Too much of that swag.
There you go. Okay, so I ran this by Tim. I have his blessing.
Okay, good.
So here's the situation. There's a gladiator arena. Now, in this gladiator arena, The rules are simple. 2 animals enter, 1 animal leaves. Now, you guys choose which animal you are.
Oh.
Other rule, you can't be a bird and fly away.
Okay.
You can't be an ant and hide. Like any of that kind of shit.
Can the animal have been real but no longer on this planet?
I will allow it.
That's fantastic.
So wait. So you're putting dinosaurs in this? Dinosaurs?
Well, see that. Does that make it unfair though?
Yeah. Because then everybody's gonna be T-Rex.
So no
They're
dinosaurs.
alive now.
Okay,
So they have
alive
to be
now.
alive.
They have to be alive now.
Shit.
Okay.
So what animal would you be, and why?
Black bear.
Why?
They stand up and they're real tall and they're bears.
All right.
Right? Like that's a good enough
good.
reason.
Man.
Should have said fucking grizzly bear. Damn it.
So I've known this question for a couple days.
Yeah, you've been
you
thinking.
thought-
and I've just been
0.
thinking about a bunch of different dinosaurs.
Okay.
So now I'm let's see. Hold
Here,
on. Nick,
give me your
go
best
for it.
dinosaur, and then while they go through.
Well, I mean, you go with the T-Rex. He's the king of the jungle.
Not
That's what
anymore.
they call
Have
him.
you seen Jurassic World? They made something bigger.
Oh, is it?
It's got actual arms. It's Chris Pratt.
like Chris Pratt.
It's just Chris Pratt.
Can I go with Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Final answer.
Humans
Human
are
beings
animals.
are an
Animal.
animal.
Humans are animals,
In bed.
shit.
aren't we?
See, that's how you do it.
I'm gonna go with my favorite animal on the planet, the honey badger,
Okay.
because the honey badger will fuck anything up. It will not win, but it will fuck anything up.
I accept that.
Final answer.
But what is? I have a question.
Yes.
You say 2 animals enter and 1 animal leaves.
Correct.
This Roman type Colosseum that we're in.
Correct.
So who's matching up against who? Because
You don't
that's
know
what-
yet. It's a random draw.
Side note,
Yeah,
Colin,
so
that's
you just
not
have to
Roman.
pick-
That is from Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Well, that's the Thunderdome.
You pick whatever animal you think could beat every other animal that you could go up against.
So
Honey
the
badger.
animal, yeah, I mean, because I'm wondering about the battle of attrition.
Right.
In other words, I'm wondering, like, could you just evade the other animal until the other animal is exhausted
That's an option.
and dies?
'Cause
You're
here's the
like,
going to
would-
choose ants, aren't you?
Yeah, like something like an ant or a mosquito or a moth. You know, something that's like hard to see, you can't even find it. They're stupid. They have no idea what's going on.
But
You know.
would exhaustion cause death? Because you don't leave until the other one dies.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, like with the black bear.
It would just starve eventually.
Yeah.
But the mosquito dies in like 3 days.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
Yeah, I
problem.
was gonna say, yeah. The bugs don't have a long life. So
No,
You've seen a bug.
And are insects counted as animals? We counting that?
They are animals. I mean, yeah. Okay.
So, if video games have taught me anything, is that the right answer is armadillo. Because then they can defend by rolling up. They can also attack by spinning.
My honey badger.
Nope. That part is not real.
My honey
Sand
badger is
slash.
going right through your armadillo. It is going to go right through that
I don't
thing.
know, man. Have you seen an armadillo?
I've seen armadillos in real life on the side of the road, dead.
You must have seen a honey badger then.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Guess
I don't know. With
Go
this,
right
with
for the
this group
balls.
of animals, it's easy. I mean, it's not even that hard. You can just pick like a huge, Bengal tiger or something
Yeah.
that would knock all those animals out. So, the bear would be tough, but the bear's slow. The bear is cumbersome. The bear's gonna get tired. Or you could be like an elephant, just stomp them all.
Yeah. Like a king silverback gorilla. Fast, strong. That's my answer.
Nearly smart enough to take us on.
Yeah. And he has thumbs.
And he has thumbs.
If my girlfriend taught me anything, a thumb's important.
There you go. Nailed
Damn,
it.
I like
Nailed
this
it.
guy.
Fuck yeah, Patrick. All right.
You're a good
Sing me
kid.
off.
Shout out to Thumbs.
Sing you off?
Yeah.
Or sing yourself off, rather, is what I think you meant.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early I'm not st-
light what so proud?
All right, we're gonna do it.
we hail by the twilight's last gleam.
Only the Ghostbuster is going to stand. Alabama has some pride.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball.
USA!
USA! USA! USA! If you're out there and not in here, you're a communist. I'm looking at you, lady in the doorway. Maybe a man with long hair. I can't tell. I apologize.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was really ridiculous.
I love that it took Colin all the way to like the third phrase to be like, oh, we're doing this? Okay. And then he stood up. The most patriotic of all of us. Colin, we'll see about that.
Well, because I'm not going to stand up if we're just going to do it a little bit.
You got to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Once you start, you can't stop. It's like a Pringle.
Yeah, you skipped like the whole middle of it, but other than that, it was good.
It's fine.
It's very long. I like how I was thinking about it, I like how our anthem is it's from the War of 1812, and I like how it's
naturally
it's all like our anthem is about war.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Well, isn't the story where he wrote it as he was watching like he was standing on a ship watching all the battle.
Yeah, Fort McHenry.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that was an existing British song that he just replaced the lyrics to.
Yeah, we steal everything in America. You, sir, step up to the mic.
What's your name? Introduce yourself to your best friends.
Why is your
Josh
pocket so
Davis,
colorful?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hi, Josh Davis from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little more serious.
Okay.
This is more for Tim and Nick.
Obviously.
I know
Serious question. Must be for us
totally
too.
Serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know your all's new show starts tomorrow, right?
9 a.m.
Love and
Pacific.
sex stuff, right?
Love and sex stuff.
I need some advice.
Okay.
Get that mic nice and close to your mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make love to it.
Yeah,
Now
there
you're
we
doing
go.
it.
That's good advice, Greg. Always.
Smell the tip
Get it
of
close
So
to
I
the
can't
mouth.
talk if it's in my mouth. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You
Okay.
can
That's
make
what she
syllables. Like help.
So,
Yeah.
about a month ago, I found out my girlfriend, who I'd lived with for about a year and a half, had cheated on me, and she was just being, she's not being nice.
Okay.
Right? So I kicked her out of my house.
Okay.
Actually, I packed all her shit and sent her a Snapchat of all of her stuff, and it said, "Come get your shit." And I never talked to her again.
Damn, Snapchat breakup.
So what I need to know is, what do I do now?
Dude, Tinder's a
I've
good
never
answer.
Tindered.
Okay, well, talk to
Start
Sean
it right now.
Pitts.
Bring it over here and Tim will start your profile.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. Tinder's a fun way to get over things and under other things. But what's important is the same thing that we'll say, I think, in every episode of Love and Sex Stuff. Confidence. Just be confident. Don't worry about what happened in the past, because whatever happened wasn't meant to be. You got to go out there. You got to put yourself out there. Keep trying. You're going to find something. You're going to find something real damn good that you're just going to want to spend your time with and just freaking get right up in there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Grab
like
it by the haunches and
just like an armadillo.
yeah.
Yes.
I'll second Tim's emotion as well as add my own. Enjoy the freedom of it, because one day you're going to meet someone that you fall desperately in love with, and you're going to marry that person. You're going to put a big fat ring on her finger, and you're going to whisk her away to a honeymoon. And then every day after that, you're going to have something to do.
Someone or something.
No, something.
Oh, okay.
It's either going to be Trader Joe's, Bed Bath & Beyond has a lot to do with it. Sometimes Costco. Sometimes you just have to go to the mall. You don't know what for, but you know you're going to spend 8 hours going up escalators. Okay. So right now, how old are you?
24.
24, great year. Enjoy your 20s, date, get out there, experience the world. But every Saturday you wake up at noon and don't have shit to do, think of me and cherish that moment.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll think of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. What's your name?
How many people know this gentleman right here? Yes.
More than I would
yes,
expect.
yes. This is Mr. Sean Pitts.
What's up, guys?
Sean Twisty? Is it Twisties?
Twisters.
Twisters on
Sean Twisties.
Sean Twisty
John
Ties.
Twister
They call him the
Stroggy.
Twisty Tie because he does jiu-jitsu and also likes to keep his bread fresh.
I don't even know what to say to that.
That's fine. What's going on, man?
So, did you get in trouble with your girlfriend after Kind of Funny Live because I kept making references to you being bad?
No.
So she didn't know that was part of it. Okay.
No, yeah.
Let me-
she'll
hold
watch
on.
this episode too. So.
Hold on.
No,
Here's
it's no
what
big deal. Just remember the whole Wing Wings girl thing, and then we had to have that whole cover story.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's what happened yesterday at the World of Coke. Sean was
Oh,
kind
Jesus.
enough. Sean was kind enough to escort us there, and we're waiting in line for the polar bear. And I'm about to give up because I'm like, I'm a grown ass man, and I'm waiting in line for probably the most terrifying polar bear I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like blinking,
had
but I
red
think it was
eyes.
Morse code. Yeah, it had red eyes. It was blinking Morse code like, I'm gonna fucking eat your soul. And I was like, and then I'm like, I'm gonna leave. And these two very good-looking Southern girls, I think they call them Southern Belles out here, blonde, very tan, got into the line behind me, and I'm like, I could stay a couple more minutes. And I'm like, Sean, Carson, you guys should go talk to those girls. And Carson's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go talk to those girls right now. And Sean goes, no. I have someone waiting for me at home who respects me, and I have to respect her.
That is exactly how that happened.
And then I proceeded to say the worst shit to him imaginable, just to see if he would crumble, and he did not. So he is a man among men. Man among men.
All right, I got a question I've been talking to Nick about. So
Yeah.
I want you guys to describe your sex lives using movie titles.
Clear and present danger.
They're all going to be Tom Clancy titles.
Fast and Furious.
I knew you were going to say that.
Tokyo Drift.
I thought it was going to be Big Trouble in Little Chinatown for you.
Holy shit, that's good.
Wow. No, I was going to say Predator.
Idle hands. Idle hands.
It would be the combination of Predator, Idle Hands, or for some reason The Hunt for Red October.
That's
that was
disgusting,
Yeah,
Nick.
that's just once a month, though. Oh, come on. Come on. We're all young
We
people.
all were
we all
filling in
have
that blank. We didn't need you to spell it out.
I'm talking about period blood, Greg. Jesus. Is that disgusting?
Menstruation.
Okay, bye. Colin.
Little Big League.
Mine's always going to be Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. Wow.
right.
Because they had to register me as a lethal weapon.
No, because by the fourth one, I'm saying I'm too old for this shit.
Wow. It's not what you were talking to me about yesterday. Just put it that way.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You were like this. No, I'm not going to say. You know what? I'm not going to get you in trouble. You were a good guy
Please
yesterday.
don't.
I'm not going to say shit.
Thanks, guys. I hope
Thank
you're
you.
sick of seeing me around.
We
Love
love
you.
you.
Costin, it's fine.
What's up?
Nothing.
That's beautiful.
What's your question?
All right. What is your favorite adapted movie? So like it was something before and then it got turned into a movie.
Every movie that comes out now. Like every movie that comes out now is based on a book to some degree. So I can't think of a favorite, but I think the best that's come out in the last year is probably going to be Gone Girl. It was a book to begin with that everyone read and thought was amazing, and I was like, I don't know about this movie. Then I watched it, I was like, holy shit, I'm never trusting a woman ever again. Not that I ever trust a woman to begin with, because they steal your soul and your life, and they take all your youth from you. But enjoy being married, everyone. Tim?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I like it a lot.
This one's so obvious. It's Willy Wonka, I think is.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And it's one of the rare examples where the movie's way better than the book, I think too. So
Was that Roald Dahl?
Roald Dahl, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Never read it.
all of his books are so fucked up. They're all about how he hates kids and how kids suck. Like I think it's like
Yeah!
it's an interesting, like how kids are terrible. That's like basically what his books are all about.
You didn't get that from the movie where all the kids like almost die a horrible death and like get tortured, and then the one kid that like survives gets like the golden ring.
I got that. Yeah, I got it.
His name was Charlie.
Charlie Bucket.
Like, he was messed up. That was a messed up movie when you go back and think of every
Everything
movie
about that movie
from
is-
my childhood was pretty messed up.
Everything
like
about
every
that movie
kids
was
movie I watched. Like there was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then there was RoboCop.
Like there were like not so much. Maybe there were. I mean, it's unclear what happened to Veruca.
Oh, she died.
It's unclear what like if they were able to save Violet.
The one that
Like
like blew up
TVs.
to the size of a gigantic
Yeah.
like bouncy ball.
I've always wanted that little whistle so bad.
That
they
one,
just play-
and
like,
like an
it's
Oompa Loompa comes out, he's like, "Yes, master," and you're like,
Roll-
"Don't look me in the eye, or I'll fucking crush the life out of you."
Roald Dahl's
He was messed up.
Gene Wilder was awesome. You have a Gene Wilder shirt on, so
Yeah,
No, it all
we were
comes
talking
back
about
to
Mel
Gene.
Brooks movies on the way over here.
I feel like Superman's a cop-out to say, so I won't, but I would. Instead, I'll go Shawshank Redemption.
My favorite
The Waters.
Stand by you. You want me to go Stand by You? That's a great one.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Cool.
Will.
Thank you. Bye.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
Name's Kyle. I have a weird serious question. How do you guys pay your taxes? Do you guys get W-2 for Patreon? Yeah, I know it's weird.
We are.
I went. Okay,
It's not a weird question at all.
I asked stripper once at strip clubs. Like, how do you get W-2s from the strip club?
This is
Hold
what you
the-
asked.
Wait, whoa.
While she's giving you a lap dance?
No, she was trying to give me a lap dance, but I was like, no.
Because
No, I just want to talk to you
Let's
about
just
your
talk about
taxes.
taxes.
So you're like, I gotta diffuse this situation right now because something's coming up. So I'm gonna talk taxes, the least sexy thing on the planet. That's what went through your brain. All right, we're set up as a business, so we pay ourselves, and then we just get a W-2 at the end of the year.
Okay. That's all you asked.
Yeah.
Weird, I know it's a weird question.
No, great
No,
question. That's one of the fun things, or actually challenging things about the business was like, we didn't know any of this stuff, and so we're all still learning all of it as we go. Because when you work at a company, the HR person just gives you the forms, you sign all the forms, you're not even sure what you're signing, and then you get paid. That's it. So it's pretty fun. It's crazy.
Yeah, sorry. I like money. I'm Asian.
I like money too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Here's what I want to point out, Nick, is that I'm really thirsty.
Yeah.
And I'd like to pour a cup of water.
Go for it.
But I think back to at PAX East, when you went into these with your bare hands and then put ice into your own drink and then left them for the next group. So I really don't want to do that in case that's something similar.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that no one's done that. Go ahead and pour me a glass too.
Is
while
Dean
you're at
here
it.
still? Dean's my only friend. No, I can't. I can only trust it if it comes from the mouth of Dean. Hi, sir.
Sir, step up to the mic.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Dean, hold on one second. Dean, during any of these panels, has anybody reached their meaty paw in here and jimbled around? All right, good, thank you. Love you,
Thanks,
Dean.
Dean.
Round of applause for Dean, everybody.
Thanks, Dean.
Made all the Twitch streams work this week. Great guy.
They call him Mean Dean.
Hello.
He's very nice.
What's going on?
What
Hey.
up, man?
Hashtag let Tim host.
Hey.
I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but Tim's been hosting a lot
Yeah,
lately.
but the hashtag will never die because I want to host more,
Oh,
Nick.
God, you're just greedy.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have
Yeah.
with you.
Let Tim be greedy. Come on.
That's fair enough. What is your question, sir?
What's your name? You didn't give the.
yeah.
My name's Jeff.
Everybody say hi to Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, random crowd. My question is am I the only person in the world that wants a remake or a sequel to Drill Dozer and The Legend of Dragoon?
Drill
One of the guy in the
Dozers-
back says no.
Legend of Dragoon would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see a Legend of Dragoon, like what they would do with it. I feel like I wasn't that big of a fan of that game, and I feel like they could improve on it a bit. I don't think they would. I think if it came out, it wouldn't be good, but I would hope. Drill
I think it's
Dozer, I don't know.
underrated just under the flood of good PS1 titles, but it's a really good game.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good RPGs on the PS1, so that one does kind of fall under the radar.
Yeah, that was a first party one too.
I remember I liked the character designs and stuff.
Shuei Yoshida worked on that game, I think, actually.
Shoo!
I think he produced. I think he
Everyone
was the
tweet you and say
producer.
you got a thing here.
I want to look it up, but I feel like he produced that game.
At USP is Twitter is his
I'll,
Twitter handle.
I'll look it up. But yeah,
don't know if you guys know
I
who
wouldn't
he
be
is.
surprised if they revived it. I mean, in PlayStation All Stars, there was the next character they were going to add before they canceled it was Dart from Legend of Dragoon. I mean, that was the art that leaked, so that was definitely within their. You know, they were thinking about it. They were thinking about the game, whether or not they were going to go back to it. Because then there was that medieval leak, and they had Sir Daniel in that too. So I don't know. It would be nice. A first-party like exclusive JRPG would be interesting.
I know a few years ago they said they were going to make a sequel and it got canceled, and a lot of people got mad that way after the fact that they even said they was going to have one and they just canceled it because a lot of people do want it. But I was wondering if y'all ever played it or wanted to play it or would be interested.
Yeah, I think people. I mean, it's a good game. I feel like people remember it a little too fondly because there was such a glut of great role-playing games on PS1. I mean, I think that was the best console for JRPGs, like bar none. So. I think people like it because it's exclusive, and yep, Shuei Yoshida produced it. It's interesting. So yeah, I suspect Drill Dozer's probably dead, but I suspect we'll see Dragoon probably at some point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be well.
Nick, could you do me a favor?
Stop chewing ice into the thing.
No, I don't care about that.
Also, this water does taste a little like hands.
It doesn't. It's that Georgia tap water, I guess. I don't know. Do you have good tap water in Georgia or bad tap water? Yeah. Well, we were in San Francisco. We turn it on, just dirt comes out. There's nothing there. It's a puff of smoke. Nick, what I'm going to ask you to do is move your little makeshift, or just stand up and do the old peck dance for everybody.
No, I will not be.
Go do it.
Dance monkey.
Come on, you want to see Nick's pecs? There they go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
My dad can do that, so that's pretty awesome.
There you go.
Can you do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with the chest?
I can try
Oh boy, that's another video I'm guessing.
later. I'll make that just for you.
I feel you. I will watch that. All right. Salutations, everybody.
What's your name?
My name's Emmett.
Hey, Emmett.
Seen you guys around.
Thank you.
Time spent and everything. So here's a question I wanted to ask real quick. This is my first con, like I said at the Twitch stream. This is my first con. I've been making a lot of friends here. By the way, shout out to Alex and Andy, they're two best friends who couldn't make it here tonight, so
They
let
suck.
them be. Well, we're thinking about it. We're thinking about you, so too bad they couldn't be here. Yeah, I'm making a lot of friends. Those are two guys that I just met at this con, and so I'm realizing that when I make new friends, I have this quirk that I just do. I don't know if it's bad or good, but like growing up in the South as a black guy, you gotta have a sense of humor about race, and I make a lot of black jokes. Yeah, I mean, I think they're funny. Yeah.
Just making sure it was another black guy that was cheering that on. It's really awkward. Someone like me's like, yeah!
And I mean, I make them all the time, but it's like if people laugh at them, I don't want them to feel guilty for laughing because it's just a joke at the end of the day. So, you know, I'm just trying to be friendly and all that.
Give me your most awkward black joke from this weekend.
Okay, well, we were waiting.
None of us react. We all have to be stone-faced.
All right, so we were waiting. The rave was in here last night, and so we were waiting in line for the rave, and there's this chick walking around with glow sticks and everything, and she's like, anybody want glow sticks? Anyone want glow sticks? There's no black light, so it's going to be real dark in there. And I was like, well, I can't help but be dark. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like a joke. That sounds like you were hitting on her a little bit. Like, I can't help but be dark. And then you look at her, and then just smooth, like, go up in there. Like, up into her space is what I meant, not like, you know, and like respect her for who she is and ask her questions about it. It's like, you know, maybe take her out a couple dates, meet her parents before you do anything. Or at least buy
you
her
should have bought a
glow
glow stick. That's
that's for sure.
Probably true. But yeah, my question was, what like kind of weird quirk do you guys have when people meet you? Because I'm sure you guys have been around each other more than enough, so you know everyone's little quirks and all that. So, what do you think is like the weird thing that you have to like get over the hump of?
God damn it.
You phrased the question in an interesting way.
Yeah.
What's the weird quirk that we all notice about each other? I think we should answer for each other what something else does.
I mean, do it. I mean, it's your panel.
Thank you. Good point. Because I don't know what my weird. I don't know if I have a. I guess I'm looking to you guys. Do I have a weird quirk when I first meet people?
Oh, you have a lot of weird quirks.
Yeah. What's
a
that?
A lot of them. I'm going to start with Colin on this one.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Colin gets very, very, very eloquent with his speech when he meets people for the first time. Now, I've noticed this because last night when we were giggling like schoolgirls in our respective beds, we had a little bit more of a back and forth that was a little more natural. But when Colin first meets someone, out of respect, he will be like very prim and proper and stern and like shake their hand very well, like a politician almost. Then he will lock eye contact with them, and he will actually do this weird thing that he very seldom does. He will smile.
It's true.
Weird. It's weird.
Nick does this thing where he turns into an 8-year-old, and any movement will distract him.
Who met us at the autograph lines? Thanks everybody for raising your hands.
You all know exactly what I'm talking about
Exactly.
here.
We're all over here talking to you, and then all of a
That was
sudden,
the girl with the vampire teeth right there.
you have to go, Nick, and he comes back over.
He comes running over, though, poses for a picture, but then he gets distracted while taking the picture. So if you guys look at your pictures, there's a chance that Nick is caught mid-changing pose, because it's never that drastic of a pose change, but he'll just be like this.
You totally did that to one of my friends. You totally did that to one of my friends.
Just stick to one.
Behind him. You were like ducking behind him in the picture, and then in the next picture, you're like looking up at his head from behind his shoulder. It's so
I like to give people options. You know, here's the thing. Let's start this now if it's not already a thing. If you were taking a picture of someone else, if they have handed you their camera and said, can you take a picture? Take as many as you can in that moment. That is just what happens. And give a little direction, too. Be like, Emmett, you turn a little to the side. That'd be a little sexy. Give me a little sexy. Now think of me, maybe without my shirt on. That's good. I'm feeling this. Now
Nick, your advice would make sense if everybody would just get on board and have an iPhone. But we get these people come up with these crazy ass HSTC toes. I don't know what the hell this thing is. And you give it to you, and everybody's like, what? Do I tap the screen? Do I hit the button? And it's never what it should be. It's like, oh, no, don't tap the button. Of course not. Draw a Z backwards. That takes photos.
Someone had a BlackBerry. Yeah, like when that came out, and they were like, "Oh, it's a BlackBerry. You ever heard of those?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I lived through the '90s,
but
so
it wasn't like
it
wasn't a BlackBerry like you think. It's a new BlackBerry. They're trying again.
I know.
They're bringing it back.
Are they?
BlackBerry.
I'm excited. I think with Greg, you become super Greg Miller when you meet new people for the first time.
Yeah.
Where I think people come to you with this perception, and you try to immediately dispel that. And get people just take people's guard down. which is good. I'm not saying. Well, like people will come to you and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're Greg Miller," and you'll immediately hug them or something.
Ah, okay.
Like you'll go out of your way to be like sort of more you.
Yeah,
than you need to be.
we're all 120% ourselves when we meet these people. Like you're saying, Colin smiles.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's the interesting thing
It's a really good smile.
about Colin Moriarty.
He's got a great smile.
Is I think that when people see him on camera and they meet him in real life, they're always like, he just doesn't seem that depressed. He doesn't seem that, they're all giving him a hard time. And then when the cameras are off and he's just, I hate everything. We get that and then we express that to you and you don't believe us. He's like a parent that beats his children.
Wow.
And then we try to tell child services, but he's in there making a pie, like everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Why do you keep knocking your chair
Stop
over?
knocking the chair. Here's the hidden secret about Colin, though, is that he's not depressed. He plays the curmudgeon very well on camera, but literally he will try to make things that are positive sound negative. He'll be like, this water is cold. I like it. And you're like, what? That's a positive statement. What? Anyway.
I don't know. I was gonna say I think that like Greg's character, like his persona, is not quite the way he actually really is. I think in person. I mean, I know Greg. I've lived with Greg for a long time, so you're quiet. I think you're quiet and kind of keep to yourself. It's you're a nice person. You're a great person. Your personality, I think, like you turn it on really well.
I think that's what we all do, and I don't know.
But I don't think anyone would expect that you're like. I think you're like totally quiet. I can go days without talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and we live together.
Yeah, but that's because you're quiet.
I am, but like for all, like that's what I'm saying is like I have a lot of alone time to catch up on now. For every 5 minutes I spend, signing autographs, and I have to sit, lay in my bed and in the fetal position.
Well, I mean,
for
the
an
reason
hour.
I think I'm more myself, I'm definitely the Greg I wish I was all the time when I'm hanging out with you guys or meeting you guys at these kind of things, right? Because all of a sudden I can focus. I have one thing to worry about. I can ignore emails, ignore all the problems, ignore all the to-do lists. It doesn't matter. Like when we're doing the lead up to this show, like this show and then like Colin and Greg Live these past 2 days, right? That's been the part where it's like a fucking crushing weight of like something's not working. This isn't gonna go. Is the Twitch gonna work? Is it not gonna work? And it's like when it finally gets to go and you just get to focus and forget about all that. That's great. And that's who I wish I was all the time because he's a happier person.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the one thing that I know people that listen to the show and just a lot of people can relate. Like I have a lot of social anxiety, and I always have. And I don't think I'm like socially awkward at all. I think like once I'm like going, like it's always, like I always say, like I never want to go out, but once I'm out, I'm good or whatever. But these kinds of things like force me for days at a time to like not retreat back into my shell because that's kind of like what I want to do, and it's not a reflection on anyone but me, So, this whole experience has kind of taught me to be a little bit, like yesterday when we were, Tim took a picture of me. We were at like a little VIP get together, and there was a copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula sitting there, and so I just sat down on a couch and read it for like 3 hours during the party.
At a party, he's sitting there reading this book. Colin's got an old fashioned and is reading Bram Stoker's Dracula.
And because I haven't read it in a long time, it's a great book. I haven't read it in a long time, so I was just kind of cruising through it. And I'm like, it was almost like that was like my breaking point where I'm like, I can't be on anymore.
Yeah. No, I know that one.
Candidly, I'm like, I got to just sit here and just read this book and like kind of collect my thoughts and be with myself because I can't right now.
Yeah.
The rest of us had a really good time.
I had a great time.
That was the thing. He had a fine time, and he didn't like. I've been there. Where you're just like, I got to chill out. But like, I was like, do you want to go home? You're like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, all right, great.
Just reading about this man's journey into Romania, wherever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Whatever
Vampire Dick Man, we know him well.
Mm-hmm. We went to a very cool place last night. I don't know if you guys have ever been to it. It's called Battle and Brawl.
Oh, yeah.
Brew. Yeah. Battle and Brew.
Battle and Brew, excuse me. And we walked in. Actually, Brian, is Brian here? There he is right there.
Stand up, Brian.
Stand up, Brian. Sorry, I messed up
He's
the name of your place.
Battle and Brew.
Battle and Brew, excuse me.
He runs our social. We have 10 minutes remaining.
10
Good
minutes remaining.
God.
Holy cannoli. I'll make this story very fast then. So the reason I said Brawl was because we walked in, of course. The Smash Bros. Was there. It wasn't Brawl. It was
the new one.
The new one. And we're like, what is this game? We've never seen this before. And proceeded to get really drunk and make asses of ourselves trying to beat people. And I kept losing over and over again.
We were kicking the shit out of people.
I won one round and then kept.
But then I started winning, which means that everybody's really drunk.
Yeah, really drunk. Anyway, it was a great time.
When Nick and Tim just kill each other,
out.
that's when me and the other guys can come in for the scraps. Thank you, Emmett.
Thanks, Emmett.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Also, can I get pictures with Nick and Colin later? Because
should have come to the autograph and photos, shouldn't you? Huh?
This, yeah.
Big fan you are, huh?
Well,
Huge fan you
We were
are.
at the rave until 4 a.m., so
Oh, okay.
it's hard to wake up at 10 a.m. when you were partying until 4 a.m. at the rave. So
Yeah, Nick and I were up till 4 a.m. snuggling. So.
Yeah.
I can do that after the panel, though. So
Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. How's your? He looks so comfortable.
I know, right? He has the
now.
neck pillow on because he's just been sleeping to the Q&A section. He's like, time to go.
It's been a long day. All right, I'm Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Hi, Daryl.
Okay, so I heard you guys are leaving right after this, going back to California.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was wondering how you plan on bringing me along with y'all.
Oh,
I haven't put much thought into it
Luggage.
yet.
I was actually going to plan on just leaving Tim here and bring you in his stead. Are you
fair
okay with
trade.
that?
That works.
Cool. Perfect.
You don't want to come to California. Stay here. It's better down here.
You have water here and Chick-fil-A. It's much better here.
Yeah. And Battle and Brew.
And
So
Battle and Brew, of course. And it's like, I want to say Sydney, Atlanta. It's something weird. Sandry Springs. Sandy Springs.
Did you say Hurricane Sandy? What? What are we talking about?
But my serious question.
Yeah.
I've changed my career path. I'm thinking about doing game journalism, and I just wanted to hear like a tip from each of you, like how would I get my foot in the door? And I'm going to start college, and I was thinking of starting with English or probably journalism.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to hear like tips
Sure.
from each one of you.
Right every day.
Make YouTube videos.
Do both of those every day.
Yeah, be consistent. But understand that luck plays a huge role in it too. I would never in a million years pretend I'm the best writer or the best personality. I got really lucky too. So I mean, there's definitely an element we don't talk about all, which is like you have to be it's the right place, right time, know the right people. I mean, that kind of stuff helps too. So I always like to try to throw that out there because it wasn't an entirely skill-based.
No, I
endeavor.
would disagree with you though, because you put yourself in that position so that when that opportunity came about, you had everything you needed. Like, sure, there was an amount of luck that there always is in every situation, but you put the work in, and you like spent years kind of writing and making sure that writing got in front of the right person, and really being an outspoken member of the community, and then got noticed. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it worked
Yeah.
to the sense that, I just did things to mathematically increase my chances, basically.
Right.
Because I started writing for GameFAQs when I was 14, and I'm 30 now, so it was a long time ago. And then I was an intern at IGN, and I did all these things for free, and was like a community manager and a moderator and all those kinds of things. And every one of those things just increased the likelihood that someone would notice me. And then when I graduated college, they offered me a job, so it worked. But
And did you find yourself ever like comparing yourself to like other writers and you kind of putting like a downer on yourself?
yeah, sometimes I mean, like I felt like. Yeah, early on, I felt like I had a lot to learn, and I still had a lot to learn, and I think Greg feels the same way. But I think that I think frankly, I got pretty good, and I developed a voice, and people liked what I was writing, and I appreciated that. And I still think there are amazing games writers out there that people should try to read and emulate. I mean, we always talk about Jason Schreier is really, really, really good at what he does. Matt Leone writes really great long form articles. So there's a lot of people out there you can learn from too. Jeremy Parish, probably the best games writer there is. Like it's important to like kind of stay humble, understand that the process kind of works itself out, and just do those little things like chip damage kind of to ultimately, get noticed or whatever. But I like to throw that out there because I don't want to make it seem like it's, you do all those things and it necessarily works out, because I knew so many talented people that some of them better than me that, unfortunately weren't able to make it into a career. So, you know what I mean? I just like to keep that in mind as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And,
Good luck.
One real quick thing I want to say.
You saw the 10-minute sign, right? And now you're going to do the third part of this question?
I just want to say I'm afraid of Nick after this photo I took with him.
Okay.
Okay. You come over here, Jurassic Park.
I'm trying to do the Greg Miller on that, where I go like this.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
He's
Thanks,
terrifying.
Sam.
Please, sir.
Thank you. Daryl.
Step up.
Yes.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
My question is, what is the seediest or sketchiest place you've ever been in your entire life?
I mean, the sketchiest for me was when I was coming back or trying to move to San Francisco that first time, and I got stuck in a blizzard in Nebraska. And it was a guy who took me in and saved my life, literally, but his trailer was like down on its luck.
There's this place in San Francisco called Civic Center, and there's a BART station, which is like a subway thing, and it's just a scary place to be at any time.
Canada. No. Probably a strip club in Vegas, if I'm being 100% honest. Probably the Olympic Gardens. That place is, you walk in and you're like, I thought I was who I was. I'm not. This place is way too crazy for me. You got to walk out. Yeah.
I don't know. I was just talking about it, I think, with the guys recently, because it's funny that Tim brought up Civic Center. Like, people are like, oh, there's these really bad parts of San Francisco, and I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's parts of New York that are like awful. So just probably just multiple places in New York, pretty seedy, shady kind of places. But there are Civic Center is like an amazing really an amazing place in
It
San
really
Francisco.
is.
And the Tenderloin is a part of San Francisco that's actually gentrifying a lot, but it's pretty seedy too. But in terms of an establishment, yeah, probably any number of strip clubs you would have to imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, there's Shady McDonald's. Out on
Shady
Haight Street.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, Shady. Yeah, at Haight, and you guys know what the Haight is? It's a part of San Francisco, like where hippie culture was born, basically. And there's at the corner of Haight and Stannion is a McDonald's, and we call it Shady McDonald's, and it's like a ubiquitous thing because you cannot walk by that McDonald's without people trying to like sell you anything you want. So they'll walk by, like, and it's always like a guy just like walking with you for a second, and he'll just be like, shrooms, 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 shrooms. And you just like keep walking.
He's only got like.
He's like weed. You know, like this.
Well, he's only got a second to make an impact on you, so he's got to sell it. You know.
Yeah, he's like,
you can't be like, "Hi, how's your day?" You know, it's got to be like, "Hey, Coke."
It could be like 2:00 on a Tuesday, and people are going to work. He's like, "You want some mushrooms? Anyone want mushrooms? No mushrooms." I'm like, I'm just trying to walk by, like I'm not even.
Maybe he's trying to give you an ingredient for your next pizza pie.
Maybe, but I've lived in San Francisco for 8 years, and that is like it never ever fails.
But someone's buying mushrooms off that guy, or else he
definitely.
wouldn't keep doing it.
Have you been to San Francisco? A lot of people are buying mushrooms off that guy.
A lot of people just give mushrooms. That was a crazy thing too. One of the other things when we did beta breakers the first couple of years, people were like this: "Here, eat this." They were just like handing out like drug infused food.
Well, we should. Do you guys? Any of you ever heard of beta breakers by chance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beta breakers is like a heinous San Francisco event that happens in May. And it's an actual race. So like serious people get up and it's beta breakers, so they run from the bay to the ocean. And but then everyone else dresses up in costumes or gets naked
like
or
idiots.
does any kind of like
It gets wasted and walks through.
And it's at like 9 or 10 in the morning. Everyone just gets fucking wasted and trash, and they just follow behind the racers. So like it's a group of just. It's not uncommon to see a lot of naked people in San Francisco, but that is probably one of the biggest collection of them. Plus, people are just dressed up in random costumes. We used to do a thing where our friend David Clayman, who works at Bethesda now, actually he just quit, I think, but he worked at Bethesda for a long time. He would be the president of the United States, and we had a podium for him that we would wheel him around on, and then everyone would dress up in suits and be his bodyguards.
Would be Secret Service.
So that was like our little thing. But it's like San Francisco is really.
It was genius because if you wanted to take a picture with the president, we had to make sure you didn't have any weapons on you. So we had to pat you down.
I have lots of photos of Nick patting people
There's
down.
a lot of, they're all on Facebook. There's a lot of damning photos where I'm just like staring directly into different parts of people's
All
bodies.
right. Thank you.
Anyway, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Dr. Mario, what up?
Dr. Tuna Can.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Well,
I'm John, by the way.
hi, John.
Hey, John.
All right. My question for you guys is, if someone were to make a video game with you guys in it, what type of game? You can say just the name of a game or a genre. And how do you see yourself in that game?
I'd want to beat him up like a brawler. I think would be fun.
You what?
Like a brawler, like Double Dragon or something.
Sure.
I want a hardcore JRPG about us.
An 80-hour
Persona?
JRPG.
Yeah.
A Persona about us. I would like it to be like Diablo. Because then all four of us could play. You have 4 characters out there, different classes, running around getting a bunch of loot.
I would like it to be like a Batman Arkham game where I'm Batman and they're just like random side quests that I'm just like, I'm not gonna. But like Zaz where I'm like, I'm not answering that goddamn phone. I'm not doing it. Sorry. And I just keep going on my thing.
Just keep running.
Just keep going.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, John.
All right, the Ghostbusters. What do you want?
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you again for talking to me
No.
in the autograph section.
Of
That
course.
was awesome.
Thank you for coming
Oh,
out.
it's our pleasure.
What's your name?
My name is Mitchell, and
You're dressed as a Ghostbuster.
Absolutely. Georgia Ghostbusters.
Yep.
We're ready to believe you. All right, so just to keep it rolling along, quick question. Me and my cousin was talking about the Avengers. I saw the Avengers. Me and him both saw it. He didn't like the Avengers. He liked Fury Road better. I haven't seen Fury Road.
You're gonna like it better.
There you go. But I said, well, why didn't you like it? He goes, well, it's the same old, same old. I mean, it's been done before, right? And I said, well, I mean, generally speaking, when it comes down to movies like that, you have that beginning, middle, and end. You introduce the hero goes to fight something. He falls on his face, comes back, becomes victorious at the end. And I don't know if Fury Road was like that, but I asked him, he said, yeah. My question to you is, what makes, in your opinion, is everything, when it comes down to action movies, the same formula? Or, I mean, is there such of a difference? What makes something like The Avengers worse or better than something like Fury Road if it has the same beats and it's something that you love.
Well, I mean, you figure for this, and I haven't seen Fury Road, but I don't think I need to. Like the same when Tim and I were going to our screening of Avengers in the car, I was like, I don't know about this movie, man. I keep hearing mixed things. And he said the only thing I keep hearing about it is that it's more Avengers. And it's like you'll never have that Hulk moment. We're wrapping up. You'll never have that Hulk moment again, right? Where he, for the first time he turned green, and you know, like that is my secret, because those are awesome moments, right? And so like when we saw Avengers, it was like, oh, cool, it's more Avengers, but it's not those high points because he can't have those again.
Yeah, I mean, when you like, to liken it back to an old adage, when you study writing in college, they say that there are no original stories anymore, right? They're just original ways to tell old stories, and that's what Fury Road does. Fury Road, you watch that, and it's perfect in its simplicity. It really is not a very complex movie, but in that simplicity, there is complex character development. There's a lot of subtext, which a lot of movies just don't have these days, and there's also just a lot of really brutal shit that they throw at you, and it is an experience, and it takes a part of you with it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, just real quick, because I have no intention of seeing the Avengers, as all of you know, but it would be unfathomable. It's unfathomable to me that movie could possibly be anywhere near as good as Fury Road was. Fury Road that's a film.
Yeah.
You know, that's an amazing
art.
movie. You got to go see that movie. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you come back soon.
Thank you. We had a great time. Thank
Probably
you very
about
much.
a year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table. Each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, please go support us on patreon.com/kindafunny. It allows us to live our dream. You can get the shows early, or you can go to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we put it up topic by topic, day by day, until we post the entire thing for your amusement. I already said that part. What? It's good enough. Close enough.
You leave me hanging with the goddamn hitting the table and shit.
We're finally having it out, huh?
Stop it. Oh my God.
Stop dropping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Enjoy Momocon.
Thank you.